And I would just add one other thing. Oyate Studio means the people's studio. And I think that Eunice and Raya have done a really beautiful job at setting a vision for what that means. There's a manufacturing component to it where they're making star quilts. There's also a co-working artisan space that I think is really motivating to workers. So as Eunice said, 100% of the staff are women. They are mostly the primary breadwinners and caretakers of their families, and they've created a really motivating and safe, inclusive environment at Oyate Studio, and also built in a lot of Lakota traditional values, such as, I don't know, Eunice, if you want to say how you start off your day every day. I think this is actually pretty cool. But I think one of the reasons it's a high quality job and it's really impacting the community, it's known as, a place that has good jobs, but also a fun place for artists where you can come and create, try out whatever you're doing. But if I'll just let Eunice say how they start their day, because this is kind of cool.
Oh, yeah. Before we wait for everyone to come inside, and we smudge together. We smudge together to kind of cleanse ourselves, let go of everything that's outside of these walls. And we come into the studio not only to work, but just be together. So every single hand and everything that touches the star quilt, these women and workers and us have a part in it, whether it's actually physically making the quilts or it's me and Raya doing QuickBooks for the first time.
And there's something so powerful with the image of all of us putting our hands on this work and creating something that's stronger together, and really is about our shared success. So before we take questions from our audience, I want to give a moment for each of you to share a closing thought. And this is the aha moment. Like, was there something that along the way you've realized has been key to effectiveness in this space? And I'm going to start with you, Israel, and then we'll work our way this way.
Sure. Well, I think an aha moment, but also I think what it's important is to recognize like all the job, or actually all the work that has been done. For example, I just put it right here next to me, Tristan, right, in Costa Rica. Me as a person, I will not take credit for any of that. At the end of the day, they are the ones who are making those decisions and making those changes. I think our responsibility as in organizations is to provide that support so they can have the tools, the resources, and everything else to be successful. I think they will be at the end of the day, they will be the small businesses they will be creating and helping the economy, local economy, where believe me or not, I think if you have a better wage, you will be living better. You will spend more dollars in locally. Also, people who knows that they are doing that job. Of course, I will want to spend my dollars in that business, right? But also, if you think about it, it's also healthy, right? I mean, because you are living with less stress when you are in a good environment. Again, I certainly hope that one day, if you are in Battle Creek, please go and visit Costa Rica. It's a whole different environment. It's one of those places that if you go to a Starbucks or any other coffee places, you will see people so serious, all the workers. You walk into Costa Rica, you will hear people, employees singing, laughing, talking about it, creating this environment where you having a meeting, an important meeting, right? And by having all of that around you, it makes your meetings more productive. But you feeling good, and of course, feeling good as community members. Love to be there, and also you see the employees, like really happy.
One of the aha moments, I think it came right before Northern Initiatives linked us up with Good for Michigan, but was that, while pay is great, it's not everything that makes it a good job. And, I was having a meeting with a former employee that I was like, hey, I want you to stay. Here's more money. And they still chose to leave. And then when I started going through the Good for Michigan cohort, I understood all these vast different things that a business can do to make it a good job. Now, at first it was a little, daunting. I was like, whoa, there's so much to do. But then it kind of clicked with me. I was like, there's so much to do. I can start anywhere, start small, and just work my way up as long as the goal is to get better. It's all about the progress. It's not about what's ahead of me.
think for me, the aha moment with Oyate Studio was really around flexibility. As I mentioned, our workforce is mostly is 100% women, and we were having trouble given schedules, kind of doing a consistent, 8-hour shift. And so what we ultimately are still continuing to work on is, the women can go home after school to care for children. We're very flexible. They can come back over in the evenings if they have availability or on the weekends. And I think really just meeting people where they are and understanding that it is a community and that this is a place that is providing consistent, really special jobs, but that we really need to meet people where they are. Like if someone isn't showing up for work, it's not because they're sleeping in. It's because maybe their car broke, and that is going to take, a 2-hour drive to go fix it, several days for the car to get fixed, several days for it to come back. That happened to an employee recently who hit a deer. And so, that employee is out, and now their person on the line isn't there for making the quilt. So we just had to be more flexible and also have kind of develop a bench of kind of artisans that we can call in too, who might not be there every day, but are willing to come in if we need extra staffing. So flexibility and meeting people where they are.